Hello and welcome to episode number 250 of WITM. As the game rebooked the card for NXT, Corey, for the second week in a row, was not rebooked onto that card. So we have some Cruiserweight action. As they have in real life, we will now be having one Cruiserweight match a week, as long as I remember to book it, between two random Cruiserweights, or 3 or 4 or 6, whatever the stipulation is. And this week we have Andrew in action, his second Cruiserweight matchup this weekend. And it should be a good one. He's going to be taking on the Brian Kendrick. Before that, let's get you your results for NXT. Also, on NXT, we have a new stable. As we saw last night, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, formerly Red Dragon and Ring of Honor, formed a tag team and attacked the new NXT Tag Team Champions in real life, as well as the NXT Tag Team Champions in WITM, Sanity. And later on, they would attack the new NXT Champion, Drew McIntyre, aided by Adam Cole, baby. So it looks like they're going to be forming a stable. For now, I'll call them Red Dragon until they have an official name. So, a new stable in NXT. Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Adam Cole, all formerly of Ring of Honor. And we'll get the results from that NXT that I sent off screen and find out how that affects the rankings. Starting with the NXT women. Ruby Riott defeated Summer Rae. Ruby Riott moves up to number 7. Summer Rae falls to the bottom, number 9. Carmella defeated Naomi. Carmella moves up to number 8. Naomi falls to number 5. And the top 5 contenders to the NXT Women's Championship, held by Ember Moon, are number 1, Nikki Cross. Number 2, Sonya Deville. Number 3, Alicia Fox. Number 4, Peyton Royce. And number 5, Naomi. Now the NXT Tag Team rankings. Heavy Machinery got a non-title victory over Sanity. Heavy Machinery moves up to number 3, and Sanity are champions. And the top 5 contenders to the NXT Tag Team Championships, held by Sanity, as they are now in real life, are number 1, TM61. Number 2, Red Dragon. Number 3, Heavy Machinery. Number 4, the Singh Brothers. And number 5, Street Profits. And now the NXT Championship rankings. Did the week off benefit Corey or push him further down the rankings? Let's find out. Cassius Ohno got a non-title victory over Andrade Almas, who falls number 6. Ohno is, of course, champion. Tyler Bate defeated Oney Lorcan, Trent Seven, and Sawyer Fulton in a fatal 4-way. Oney Lorcan took the fall. Tyler Bate moves up to number 17. Oney Lorcan falls to number 4. Trent Seven remains at number 9. Sawyer Fulton remains at number 18. Goldust defeated Johnny Gargano. Goldust moves up to number 19. Gargano falls to number 5. Hideo Itami defeated Eric Young. Itami, I actually need to edit that. He shouldn't be at the bottom if he won. So Goldust actually should be moving up to number 18. Itami to number 19. Sawyer Fulton falls to the bottom, number 20. Must have forgot to move him up. Cassius, we already did. Cassius Ohno defeated Andrade Almas. I don't know why I typed that down twice. Alright, and Corey, benefiting from the week off, most of the people ahead of him in the rankings that were in action lost to people much lower in the rankings, so Corey is going to get a free move up by 4 spots to number 3. So Corey just 2 spots away from the number 1 contendership, currently held by the real-life NXT champion Drew McIntyre, and then being in control of his own destiny. As we mentioned several times before, the NXT Championship, the key to Corey returning to the main roster. He must win the title in order to return back to the main roster. And the top 5 contenders, the NXT Championship held by Cassius Ohno. Number 1, Drew McIntyre. Number 2, Ty Dillinger. Number 3, Corey. Number 4, Oni Lorcan. And number 5, Johnny Gargano. And I need to answer a text real quick, so bear with me. Alright. Alright, so let's get main event underway.
Looking at tonight's card, we really do have all hands on deck for this one. Singles action on tap right now. We have one of the best talents on the roster to date versus Emma.
Alright, and we have a treat for you in this match. It's 2 of the top talents in the Cruiserweight division battling. Andrew, the winner of the 6-man Cruiserweight Battle Royal on Raw, gets his 2nd Cruiserweight action of the week. He's going to be taking on veteran Brian Kendrick. So let's get underway with our episode 250 matchup.
Singles action is up next. You're not going to want to miss this one.
Oh, I'm not going to miss it.
We have a real fan favorite versus a formidable opponent.
I love a big fight feel.
Leave the world back now, we know I'm taking sadder than you and fame may say can be a serious earner. So put your weight on the afterburner. The story so far is one hell of a mess. So come and let me lead you through the wilderness. I'm a man with a plan. They come from the lower saying help me please. I can't see the roof of proverbial trees. It ain't as simple as a line on the compass. So a shadows in the alley getting ready to jump. The trick is to look straight ahead and don't be blinded. The people of the top don't need to be reminded. They're only as good as their last idea. A future guarantee. Get out of here. I'm a man with a plan.
And here we go with some Cruiserweight action on main event for the first time in WITM. The win here for Andrew could put him into the #1 contendership for the Cruiserweight title. A couple things of note, Andrew had a new entrance video with pictures related to both the straight edge and vegan lifestyles, both of which Andrew take part in. And I updated the arena a bit. Main event is now a minor show for Raw. I don't know. And also features cruiserweights from 205 Live. And so since they use the Raw arena and ring, I changed the ring with the red Raw ropes and stuff to reflect that.
Not going to win many matches with that move.
Brian Kendrick with the slam to Andrew.
Right about that. He's made a name for himself with this.
And submission locked in, targeting the head of Andrew.
Locked in. Hey,
And he fights out of it. He breaks the hold.
Quickly broken up by Andrew.
Oh, God. That was hitting the nail right on the head. If he takes many more of those, he's going to get lit up like a Christmas tree.
And attacking the ankle.
For a while. Oh,
now mounted punches.
Now he just wants that insult to injury.
yeah, this guy's a mean streak.
Andrew to the apron, wanting to take flight. And forearm, I believe, evaded by Brian Kendrick.
He's simply reminding him that he's
Neckbreaker by Andrew. Andrew looking for ground elbow strikes, and they connect.
An elbow.
Stomp to the leg, forces Kendrick to his feet.
looking to take out the leg.
Kick to the leg, there's another. Rolling knee bar locked in, center ring, nowhere to go.
He's in the driver's seat now.
Broken up by Kendrick.
He escapes the hold.
He anticipated that move perfectly.
More damage to the neck.
Big DDT by Andrew.
Nice reversal there.
He's starting to feel it here. At this point, it's all about how he responds and potentially rebounds.
I tell you, we knew this was going to be a close
Reversal by
affair,
Andrew.
but I don't think we expected it to be this tight. What a
And
match.
neckbreaker
Yeah,
connects.
I just have a feeling that we have yet to see the best
Drags
of this guy
Kendrick
here
closer
tonight.
center ring. Vintage Andrew.
We have a first here this
The
evening.
Andrew stomps. Stomping away at every part of the body of Brian Kendrick. Now forces Kendrick to his feet. Has Kendrick on the ropes, but does Andrew have in mind?
Oh, man. He's going to try to put him away once and for all. He's out there in no man's land.
Incoming! Incoming!
Well, we haven't seen this move from Andrew in a while.
He saw that one coming.
And never mind, Andrew's thinking suicide dive, a move he hasn't used in quite some time. That's going to be reversed by Brian
I've never
Kendrick.
seen him do that before.
Stomp to the back of the ankle, forces Andrew to his feet. Irish up into the
Look
corner.
out, look out. This could be
And there's a sliced bread.
This is not where he wants
The
to be
finishing
right.
move of Brian Kendrick. Goes for cover.
And the shoulders up
And
now.
Andrew's going to power out at 2. Brian Kendrick in shock. Thought he had a victory over one of the top contenders to the Cruiserweight title.
You can
Kendrick
practically
taking
feel
flight
the
and
wear
it connects.
tear that's been done throughout this
Stomp
match.
to the leg.
He's sending a message to the entire WWE locker room here.
Forces Andrew up.
This kind of
Uppercut
offense
by
he's known for.
Andrew.
Yeah, you're right about that. He's made a name for himself with this.
Power trip into the corner. Broken out by Kendrick. Reversal by Andrew with the Hurricane Rana. Drags Kendrick closer to center ring and goes for cover.
We got to cover.
He's not done fighting
And
yet.
Kendrick powers out at 2.
Punishment he suffered. It's simply amazing that he's still in this
Reversal
one.
by Kendrick.
A textbook
Andrew reverses the punch with some heavy
Tonight we've seen that move.
punches of his
Seen it a
own.
little more often.
Stomp to the hip. Knockout blow. That's going to bust open Brian Kendrick. Stomp to the back. Andrew wants
He
to take
needs to
flight.
dig way down deep if he
And
wants to keep going now.
can't decide what corner he wants.
Get some air here.
And frog splash is evaded by Brian Kendrick. Stomp to the leg.
It doesn't get much more
Kendrick
exciting than the action
make
we're
a
seeing
target
here
of that
tonight
leg of
on
Andrew now.
Superstars.
Getting fired up and taunting the WWE Universe. Andrew trying to get to the ropes to get back to his feet,
I don't
but
think so.
stomped back down by Kendrick. Arch up into the corner. We have a good cruiserweight matchup here.
Hey, he's going for it again.
And Kendrick for a second time thinking sliced bread.
Oh, that has got to
That
be
will
it.
connect.
The damage has been done.
Kendrick goes for cover.
This could be it.
I think he's got him. Dug down deep.
And
gets the
very
shoulder.
close to a
Barely a 2.5.
pinfall.
Oh, it's gonna take
But
more than that to
Andrew
keep it
powers
down
out
tonight.
just in the nick of time. This match continues.
I don't know
We have a
if
good
we've seen that
cruiserweight
from him
matchup
before.
here
I
on
mean,
our
it's definitely
hands.
a first tonight.
This is great. This guy will try anything. Man, he's still down after that move. I almost
Kendrick
wonder if
looking
it's
to take
that
flight.
serious.
He's
And
doing it.
stomp to the
Old-fashioned
chest of
butt
Andrew.
kicking right here.
And Kendrick again getting fired up. He's been in control for the last couple minutes of this matchup.
Not a lot of spring left in his step right now.
Forces Andrew to his feet.
Look out.
Drop kick to, I believe, the arm of Andrew. Now looking for a finisher.
Oh no, we know what this is.
Looking for a super kick, but Andrew is able to evade.
He gets
Reversal
out of
by
trouble there.
Andrew.
Look at the attack here.
Andrew's looking for that devastating flatline. The flat line hits. The power level is over 9,000. Andrew with Super Saiyan-like abilities. And those abilities will lead to a victory over Brian Kendrick in a good cruiserweight matchup. Alright, so Brian Kendrick dished out just about all he could, hitting the slice spread twice. But in the end, it would not be enough. Andrew would evade the super kick, hit that devastating flatline.
Time for the main course. Tag team matchup on the way. We have Team Zack Ryder versus Team Jey Uso.
And pick up the victory. And in the main event, the Usos with a victory over the Hype Bros. Alright, so let's see how those results... Excuse me. Let's see how those results affect the rankings on Monday Night Raw, as well as the 205 Live Cruiserweight division. And then we will check out the card for 205 Live and see if Andrew will be in action in his third Cruiserweight matchup this week. Hey, I made it to the right menu on my first try. Alright, Emma defeated Liv Morgan. Emma moves up to number 6. Liv Morgan falls to number 5. And the top 5 contenders to the Raw Women's Championship held by Asuka are number 1, Ember Moon, number 2, Nikki Bella, number 3, Bayley, number 4, Dana Brooke, and number 5, Liv Morgan. In the Raw Tag Team division, the Usos defeat the Hype Bros. Usos move up to number 3. Hype Bros fall to number 6. And top 5 contenders to Raw Tag Team Championships held by Cesaro and Sheamus are number 1, the Authors of Pain, number 2, the New Day, number 3, the Usos, number 4, the Revival, and number 5, the Miztourage. And in the Cruiserweight division, Andrew defeated Brian Kendrick. That will make Andrew the number 1 contender. That was a battle for the number 1 contendership between the second and third contenders. Andrew coming up with a victory, becoming number 1 contender. Brian Kendrick falls to number 4. And the top 5 contenders to the Cruiserweight Championship held by Lince Dorado are number 1, Andrew, number 2, Akira Tozawa, number 3, Noam Dar, number 4, Brian Kendrick, and number 5, Mustafa Ali. Now we move on to 205 Live. Will we see Andrew in action in his third Cruiserweight matchup this week? We will not, but for storyline purposes, we will still call it an episode here. So that is going to do it for episode number 250 of WITM. Until 251, this is Corey, signing off.